Mark Rogers TV back with you, typically here to talk college football, but with Jameis Winston's recent comments in a public place, Florida State has suspended their Heisman Trophy winning sophomore quarterback for the first half against the big game against Clemson that Florida State should handily win anyway, even in Jameis Winston's absence. And we will talk about the football side of this and the ramifications of Winston missing the first half against the Tigers, a pretty good football team, what should be a top 15 team in college football, and his replacement, and talk about the football end of this later. Just have a quick statement to say about Jameis Winston. Okay, he's a young kid. He's obviously not been raised in the best way. I think this is a definite reflection upon his parenting, the parenting given to Jameis Winston during his lifetime. Kids cannot be expected to be perfect, to be they're working things out as they grow up, as they grow older. So nobody's kids are perfect. Everybody's kids make mistakes. They're supercharged. The hormones are working. All those things are working as they grow older. We all know that if we raise children. And at the same time, my kids, much younger than Jameis Winston, know how to act in public. They know what to say, what not to say. They know it's inappropriate. They don't want to say those kind of things, period. I think decent kids don't want to don't have those type of thoughts to make those type of statements, especially in a public setting. Anyway, Jameis Winston, on top of that, has business concerns, has a reputation, has a responsibility and a obligation, as well as a high-profile football player, Heisman Trophy winning quarterback, soon to be NFL quarterback. So he's got responsibility beyond that. Whether he likes it or not, this is the path that he's chosen. So the whole "I'm not a role model," Charles Barkley, even on the NFL Today show in the past week, talked about, yes, he still stands by those comments that the parents have the ultimate responsibility and should be raising and directing and guiding their children. He admitted, though, at the same time, hey, it is what it is, and that means if you take on the celebrity, and you take on the celebrity, meaning that you take on all the good benefits of the celebrity, the fame, the money, the attention, the favors given you, the privileges in life, then you have to take the responsibility. That you have to take the trappings of the celebrity as well. So he has chosen this path, therefore he has to take on the trappings. He has to be somewhat responsible. If not for being a good, well-grounded person of integrity and character, at least from a business standpoint, to at least show himself to be a decent person. He has yet to do that. The kid is out of control. Saw an interview with him prior to the college football season, maybe a month back, when he talked about all the great adversity he had faced and that he was fighting through it. Well, there's adversity in life that's out of a person's control. Unfortunately, if they get into a bad financial circumstance, not from their own doing, but because of the economy, or unfortunate health circumstances with a loved one or within their family, that's adversity. That's real, true adversity, when you can't control the situation and you're having to fight and struggle through true adversity. This is self-created adversity. It's not adversity, it's stupidity. So I don't want anybody else to lay claim to this being adversity and to name it adversity. It's not adversity. It's self-inflicted. That's not adversity. So he's not overcome challenges. He needs to overcome immaturity. I feel bad for him if he's not been parented, and it doesn't appear to be been parented properly. But he is now close to manhood. He's within that process. It's not been a good process or a successful process to date, but he's got a chance to make it better. Obviously, he's been given chance after chance after chance after chance. Unfortunately, players of his ilk, even much less than him, are given so much entitlement through life that they don't understand responsibility, they don't understand accountability, they think that they can get away with anything. And they're either continued to be given those accommodations throughout life and that entitlement on into the NFL or Major League Baseball or whatever it is, and then it gets slapped in their face at some point. They get a wake-up call. Hopefully for him it comes much sooner I don't know that this is necessarily going to do it, missing a half of football because he's still the starting quarterback at Florida State. This has not been taken away from him. So until he does something so stupid in life, which I believe he already has, but to where he pays the ramifications and it takes money out of his pocket, it takes a position from him, like the starting quarterback's job at Florida State, until he suffers that kind of pain, I don't know that the behavior is going to change, and maybe that won't even change it because we've seen countless examples of these type of ramifications and much worse, not changing people. So would love to hear your thoughts about Jameis Winston. I can't claim to have really put this together very quickly in much thoughtfulness. Just sat down to knock this out for you, and more than anything would like to get your comments as well on Jameis Winston, his behavior off the field, and now Florida State looking at a pretty big game against Clemson, a game that they're a 21-point favorite, but still losing their starting quarterback against a very athletic, fast defense, and the possible difficulties that Florida State could suffer on the field because of Jameis Winston's actions, which have been termed as selfish. I think that they're much worse than selfishness. It's complete indecency in public and stupidity out of this kid. So anyway, would love to hear from you right here on Mark Rogers TV.